I don't know what color I should pick. I got a new ring light. And there's so many different colors I can choose from. There's blue. Oh wait, no, that's purple. That's purple. Oh, that gives a nice warmth to the face. Wow, that's really, that's not, that's, I look like I'm in Breath of the Wild when everything just goes red. Wait, no, nah. Yeah, there you go. There's Ganon. That looks better. I don't think I need a color as much right now, but this can go really bright. This is, wow. Okay, that's very, 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 very bright. Okay, I think that's better. That's not going to be as obnoxious to the eyes. What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to Psychologically Gaming, where in this video, we're going to be focusing on Zack Fair. Lovely, lovely Zack Fair. I have a whole theory on Zack Fair, okay? Wait for it. I have a theory. I have a theory. Do you guys remember that episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where it was just one big musical? I've got a theory that it's a demon, a dancing demon. Ooh, something isn't right there. And then Anya just starts singing about bunnies, and then all hell breaks loose. Sunnydale. Hell. Literally. But no, in all actuality, I do have a theory. I have a theory on Zack Fair that he represents the entirety of the Final Fantasy community. Now, I'm not going to say that this is strictly a psychologically gaming, because let's be fair, it's more of a theory video than anything. But I'm going to put it under the playlist of psychologically gaming because it's a more in-depth analysis of Zack Fair as a person and what he represents as a character. One word, hope. Zack Fair represents hope in the Final Fantasy community in the entirety of the series. I feel like he's the only guy in the entire game and in the entirety of the series that's not a mopey little emo boy. Although, to be fair, we do love our mopey little emo boys very much. I was pondering and left kind of wondering at the very end of Crisis Core, what is Zack's purpose within this game? And it's to bring hope. It's to bring encouragement. It's to kind of shine a light on everything that's going wrong within society and hoping to fix it. There was always something about him, even from the start of the game, that was very giddy and self-aware, and he couldn't contain his excitement to just do what he did best, and that's help people. There was always something about Zack's character that made me feel like it is a pure representation of the way all the fans are. And that's when it kind of at the end of the game, it hit me of where I feel like, oh crap, he's representing the entirety of the fan base of Final Fantasy. And Cloud says to Zack, he is basically like, so I'm your legacy, right? He didn't say it like that. He's not like, hey bro, I'm your legacy now. That would be such like a bro comment. It's like, hey bro, I'm your legacy. Then you just have like all the Spider-Mans pointing at one another. You're all my legacy. But when he says that, am I your legacy? And you know, in Cloud's not yet grumpy way, he was like, wait, am I something bigger than what I thought I was? Do I mean more than I thought? And in that moment, it's heart-wrenching and it's beautiful and it's sentimental, and it's something of where the player realizes that their role as Zack meant more than anything else. That's why the story and the concept of Final Fantasy Crisis Core will stay with me for a very long time, because it's one of those games of not only, and I said this in the review as well, of where it makes a player very aware of their existence. In every stretch of the imagination, he passes on the sword to Cloud, and he's, you know, Cloud is basically his legacy. He passes it on in such a grand gesture of this big brotherly tone, and I find it so endearing and so charming, and it's a beautiful thing of where you can see that friendship really is what matters most in Final Fantasy games. Keeping a friendship alive, and as cheesy as it is, it's the main thing that we always have to keep in mind. Final Fantasy 15 was the first Final Fantasy game I ever played, keep in mind. So that was still going to be very fresh in my corpus callosum. It's going to be something of where when you play Crisis Core, play it before you play Final Fantasy VII Remake, because it will, everything will make sense, okay? Everything will make sense, trust me. You trust me? Good, just do it. Even the representation of, and it might be a stretch here, so bear with me on this train of thought, but the way the representation of how the fandom is, when Aerith says, I miss it, the steel sky, I really honestly think that it's, and again, a stretch, but it's, Zack is what covers her sky. We as fans, we are kind of like the covering, the wholesomeness, the umbrella, if you will, of the entire fandom. And this is all opinion and theory and everything like that. But I feel as if, you know, while this is a psychologically gaming, like I said, it's also a theory video too, because I feel as if Zack's place in the Final Fantasy franchise is more than just, you know, a really good looking character that's really witty and charming and funny. He holds such a valuable place as for that kind of safety net, that bubble, that protection for everyone. That's what the fandom is. We kind of become our own heroes to a degree. We become our own kind of, I don't want to say salvation, but it is kind of pointing towards in that direction of where we kind of pass on the baton to each generation as like, okay, you know, you are our lineage. You know, we pass that baton on to each generation or each Final Fantasy fan saying that you are our legacy. So not a stretch to picture that Zack is representation of what the community is and the ideals and the moralities and the giddy excitement behind it all. But you guys, that was my episode of Psychologically Gaming on Zack Fair. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. I make videos every day here on YouTube. May you find your worth in the waking world, your hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I will see you all in the next video. Umbasa.